Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make videos like this one possible, with special thanks to Anerdinwarpaint, Matthew Holmquist, Nathan Welch Jr., and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started.
Trapped in our cabs with those scar collector bastards tearing at the doors. Trucks are reinforced, but it's only a matter of time. You don't get here soon, we'll be in chains and our cargo will be gone. Please hurry!
Better hurry now, Rangers. I'm starting to twiddle my thumbs. And in a minute now I'm gonna say fuck it and kick down that door. Then the whole family's gonna die. Grandma, Grandpa, all the aunts and uncles, and all their little shit-pant rugrats. And I'm wired for sound, Rangers, so the whole state's gonna hear 'em die.
And welcome back to Wasteland 3, as we essentially choose between propping up the Patriarch's kingdom or trying to cling to the old Ranger ideals, which admittedly isn't something that tends to work out very well for the Rangers. Now, I did take the time to look at all of your comments and, more importantly, to tally the votes, and I have to admit, I'm actually kind of surprised that it was so hotly contested. To me, the Hoon Homestead seemed like the more, well, I don't want to say obvious choice, but the more compelling of the two options. But there were a lot of interesting arguments made for both the short and long-term benefits, as well as potential drawbacks for both decisions. And for the most part, I don't really disagree with them, but we do ultimately have to make one decision. So, that said, I will note the Homestead did win the vote by a fairly narrow margin. So, that is where we'll be headed. For what it's worth, though, we are not just rescuing a family of innocent bystanders. We're also potentially eliminating one of the sub-leaders of the Dorsey gang. So there is some potential tactical benefit to this. Anyway, we've got some level ups to take care of, so let's run through that real quick. First up, we'll boost Doll's coordination. Next we've got Bonkers, and while it is tempting to boost his coordination, I think we'll have to bump Strength instead. He is one of our semi-frontliners, so we'll want to make him a bit more durable, plus prep him for heavier armor. Jody gets a charisma bump, no surprise there. Now, skills. We've actually banked a fair amount of points, so I think the main thing we need to do here is make sure that everyone's primary weapon skill is at least 5. Doll gets a minor bump to sniper rifles. And then we have Longway, and things do get slightly trickier here. He has some overlap with Jody, so we just want to make sure that he maintains a higher mastery in those particular skills. And of course we'll also bump up his small arms. Yeah, I think that looks good. And just like Longway, we need to make sure Bonkers maintains the lead in first aid. Lucia is spent, but we are going to start boosting our other skills soon. As for Jody, we'll just keep her trailing behind Bonkers and Longway, which I believe means 5-4-4. Oh, hey, that actually leaves us enough points for a sniper rifle bump. Nice. Yeah, that's pretty much perfect. And perks. We'll go ahead and grab Masterful Precision for Doll. That grants a significant boost to her aimed shots. Longway gets a point. And there are a lot of tempting options here, but I think we're going to go with Spirit Animal. That essentially doubles the benefits he gets from his pets, which might not seem like much, but now that he is our primary animal wrangler, he will eventually have 4 or even 5 companions. So it will add up. Then Bonkers gets a point. And it is tempting to save for Reckless, but we do get another point at level 10, so that's a pretty silly move. We'll just go ahead and grab Overhealing for now. That will significantly boost his combat healing abilities. And Jody. It is very tempting to go ahead and take Masterful Precision, just like with Doll, but she's more of a support character at the moment, so I think we'll lean towards the Longway playbook instead. She's already got Animal Trainer, so we'll go ahead and grab Handy as well. Plenty of time for Sniper perks a little later, assuming we actually keep her. Finally, we need to find some pants for Jody. Don't take that out of context. We just bumped Bonker's strength, so we can temporarily swap him off to one of these other pairs of pants, and, yeah, then toss his Merc leggings over to Jody. Lovely. Also, I think they actually revised Bonker's mask. Pretty sure that used to be much larger before the latest patch. That is a shame. I mean, I'm glad the nose still clips through, but I kind of like the way the previous mask looked better. Oh, hello there. A burly woman leans her head out the window of a marshal's assault truck.
Rangers, name's BB Gunn. Glad to meet you. Hey, you guys been really getting the job done, but listen, we've been doing a little civil forfeiture, and we need to turn some impound into cash. Interested? And before you answer, here's a free sample for being such a friend to the marshals. Now, you want to see the rest?
Just cosmetics, but still, that is a nice bonus. Thanks for being such a great example, BB. The marshals are teaching us so much.
Aw, thanks. I'll tell the others you said so.
Civil forfeiture means you took this stuff from suspects, right? Were they all guilty?
Huh? Oh, yeah! Guilty as hell! Trust me, every one of them. Yeah.
Nice. Very convincing. Fair enough.
Better than fair, Rangers. This is some prime shit.
Any tips for policing Colorado?
Don't let anybody tell you they're innocent. Ain't nobody innocent in Colorado. They're all guilty of something, if you look hard enough.
Present company included, I assume. All right, BB. Let's see the stuff.
Let me open the back.
Nothing's jumping out at me, but we do have some surprisingly high-tier mods. The problem being that once you get above a certain tier, they also come with drawbacks. Ah, range boosting. That is something we could definitely use. Okay, we're going to skip the armor mods, but we will take most of these weapon mods. I think the only one we're going to skip is the cut barrel. It's a bit too unpredictable. There we go. And aside from that, I think we will also shore up some of our ammo. Yeah, let's grab some more fuel tanks. I noticed we were getting a bit low in that last firefight. And we are just about tapped, so let's go ahead and grab those medic packs, and I think we're done. Yeah, I think we're good. See you around, baby. And she is gone. Girl moves quick. Speaking of which, let's get our tails to the Hoon Homestead. I think we've kept Erastus waiting quite long enough. A large but rustic shack made to house the multi-generational Hoon family and their goats. Looks like it was indeed an either-or situation. If the convoy wasn't already lost, it certainly is now. Well, let's make the best of it. Bonkers, heal thyself.
Get up, old lady. We just want to talk.
We can talk through the door just fine.
You also want to steal all your shit, maybe. Cut your lip.
Know what? I think I'll keep the door closed.
Good call.
You got to the count of 10 before we shoot the door down.
No way you can
10, 9, 7.
Alright, well, I don't think we have much more time here, so let us intercede. Whoops. Okay, come on now.
We're gonna cut you apart when we get in.
Huh? Oh, shit! The Rangers! They got the jump on us!
Let's get 'em.
Easy now, cousins. Before we get to the killing, I'm gonna give these Heartlanders the chance to apologize for killing my brother Jarrett.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Go on, Rangers. Tell us how sorry you are.
These are the Dorseys, so kid gloves are off. Why are you doing the same hillbilly psycho act your brother was? Is it supposed to scare us?
Act? This ain't no act. Listen up, you cat-loving simp.
Hey, watch it.
My name is Erastus Dorsey of the Dorsey clan, and we were sent by God to find you, hunt you, and wipe you from the face of the earth. But now, you gone and killed my brother, so I'm adding my own wrath to the wrath of God. This ain't just the deluge of blood anymore. It's vengeance. I'm gonna peel off an inch of your skin for every tear I shed over the death of that poor, sweet angel boy. And Rangers, I shed 1,000.
Your brother mentioned the deluge of blood, too. Before we killed him.
You taunting me again with Jarrett's death? Oh, then the time for talking is over. God says it's time for the skinning knife.
Our triumphs over your kin are a sign from God. Your time is over, Dorseys. The Rangers are the bringers of the deluge.
God will never desert the Dorseys. Ain't that right, cousins?
You sure about that?
What the? Are you scared of these fools?
Look at him shaking. I think that one wet his pants. Hey, did you wet your pants?
Thank you, Jody. Thank you for your contribution. Though, come to think of it, I guess she would have just as much reason as us for wanting revenge against the Dorseys.
Stand your ground, you cowards, or it will be your guts in these hands. Now fight!
We can handle this, right?
Yeah, we'll be fine. Got a big old cluster of these guys, so we'll definitely be taking advantage of that.
Actually,
All right, Rhett. Let's see what you can do. Actually, thank you, Miss Wesson. Now, let's see what Rhett can do. Nice. Enjoy the minus 15% accuracy. Also, being on fire. Hey, look at that. One down, two on the brink, and we crippled Erastus. Oh, shoot. We got a whole bunch coming around the right side. Including a guy with a rocket launcher. Jody, could you please deploy a decoy for us? What is that, a goat? Well, maybe that'll make it more tempting for the blood beasts. Ah, right. We've still got that sniper on the left, too. Okay, let's go ahead and debuff Erastus. There you go. Enjoy the minus 25% to hit. Okay, let's try this. We're going to see if we can pick off the sniper in transit. Well, not what I was hoping for, but we'll take it. Enjoying those debuffs, I see. Hey, you got the tree. Whew, okay, so, Doggo has bravely charged the entire reinforcement pod. Let's see if we can get him some support. We've got this sniper up top, and he is behind cover. But a precision attack will cut right through that. Nice hat. I think we're well beyond throwing range, but let's see. Yeah, no. No. Very nice. Now, Jody just needs to give him a little love tap. Yeah. Good luck with that. That which does not kill you makes you stronger. Gotta say, that doggo is actually doing pretty well. Though he could certainly still use an assist. Who said that? Invisible Dorsey. I will admit, that is some next-level camo. It could use some work on the noise discipline. Oh, slight overkill. And we are done. Rest in pieces, Erastus. Don't mind if we do. We just have a couple of other things we have to tend to first. Ooh, that was actually pretty close. Doggo was about to bleed out. Tier 2. Also tier 2. Ooh, there we go. RPG 7. I believe that is an actual upgrade. The Coming Storm. Erastus Dorsey saw his customized machine gun as a harbinger of the deluge. It's as ruthless and efficient as he was. Well, I mean, let's not go crazy here. It's only tier 2. Erastus Dorsey's helmet. You think that's bad? Wait till you see what we did with his skull. Honestly, I just kind of assumed Tom eats all these bodies. Alright, nothing great. Well, the rocket launcher. And we've got some other loot out here, too. But let's have a chat with the Hoons first.
Thanks for the help, strangers. We ain't seen a scrap like that in, what, 10 years?
12, I reckon. But where's our manners? My name's Avie Hoon, and this here's my husband, Angus.
Pleased to meet you.
You strangers saved our whole family from those bushwhackers. Except for poor Dee. Who are you folks, anyway?
We're the Desert Rangers, from Arizona.
Desert Rangers? Well, that's a new one on me. But we're always the last to get news, living way up here.
Tell you what, we ain't got much money, but we got more bullets stashed than we'll ever need. Back when we were young, we were always saving for the next shootout.
Oh, I think that's an assault weapon skill book. The old couple sift through furniture and pull up loose floorboards, assembling an impressive array of military supplies. Avie puts them in a flower-patterned bag and hands them to you. Not too shabby.
That ain't near enough for saving our lives, but maybe it'll help keep you safe.
We have some questions before we go.
Questions? Okay, let's hear 'em.
You ever have dealings with the Dorseys before?
Never even heard of 'em. We get some strange folk up here, and other things that ain't folk at all, but I don't recall any Dorseys.
They're one of the original 100 families, Mr. Hoon, from down in Colorado Springs. We thought they'd been wiped out, but they've been hiding all these years.
Huh. I thought the 100 families was high class. Them folks was not high class.
That gun on your mantle is a custom job, isn't it?
Sure is. You've got a good eye.
That gun was handmade by our son, Alistair, back when he joined the Patriarch's Marshals. Being a Hoon, he figured he could make a better rifle than the standard issue. And as you can see, he was right. Didn't save him, though. Some yahoo shot him down while he was trying to break up a fight. The gun's all we have left of him, so we like to keep it close.
Abby looks away. Angus blinks back tears. We're gonna take a closer look at that gun. The gun above the mantle is a custom-made assault rifle of very high quality, polished and well-maintained. Underneath the gun, a hand-carved plaque reads, "In memory of our son, Alistair." Yeah, I don't think we're going to take that, as tempting as it is.
What a cute little fella you got there. I ain't never seen a real cat before, except in old picture books.
She scratches Major Tomcat behind the ear.
I like his taste in hats. Is that a cat thing, wearing hats?
I love the fact that they have special dialogue just for Tom. Just Ranger Cats. Major Tomcat is part of our squad.
Major? That little fella is your commanding officer? You Rangers sure are unconventional folks.
You don't say. You might have noticed the clown, or the mime. The bunny, maybe?
Maybe I can rustle him up some chow. You like beets, little fella? How about some nice cabbage? He don't seem much interested. I guess he ain't hungry right now.
Yeah, he just ate. Someone's skull, I think. How do you survive up here?
Mostly by hunting game and growing crops in the greenhouse. Before the deluge of fire, folks say there were all kinds of good things to eat. Now, all we got is beets, mushrooms, and cabbage.
Wow, that does sound pretty awful.
They have broccoli down in the city, and parsnips too. What we wouldn't give for a decent parsnip.
She smiles dreamily. Can't argue with that. Parsnips, come on. What do you know about the Patriarch?
A good man. He's kept Colorado alive for 50 years. Some folks might have gripes against him, but we don't pay him no mind.
We're old enough to remember the bad times before the Patriarch. Raiders, thieves, and wild men everywhere. That all stopped when the Patriarch took charge. Well, until those Dorseys showed up at our door.
That is actually pretty interesting. I feel like the Hoons might be the closest we're ever going to see. And they are some of the older folk that we've met out here, not to mention their remoteness from Colorado Springs. I guess it just goes to show, regardless of his methods, the Patriarch's approach is working, or was.
If you're ever up this way again, stop in and say hello.
We certainly will.
You're always welcome round here.
Okay, we're gonna have a look around, chat with your family, maybe take some of your stuff. I'm sure you don't mind.
You guys whooped those Darcys, yeah! I was covering the back door the whole time. I would have saved you guys if they tried to sneak up behind you.
Cool. Thanks.
This house is so quiet without thinking.
My poor little girl. Don't know how I'm gonna tell her daddy that she's gone. I told Dee Dee to stay put, but she wouldn't listen. Must have tried to go for help.
Well, I'm just gonna play with your toaster. Molded gold toaster case. A finely sculpted toaster casing made entirely of gold, untouched by time. Not too shabby. I'm a little less impressed with the bonus loot. Recording from Alistair Hoon. A message taped by Alistair Hoon for his parents. The tape has clearly been played many times.
Spent the past 2 weeks in the field hunting a pack of raiders. They'd taken some of the local kids hostage, and we were keen to get them back. Lucky for us, they weren't too good at covering their tracks. Caught them in a box canyon and hit them right at daylight. Glad to say the kids are back with their kin, safe and sound. I've been promoted to full marshal. Ain't that something? I know you worry, Ma, but it really feels like I'm making a difference here. It's hard work, dangerous work, but I'm helping keep people safe. And that's gotta count for something in this fallen world. Anyhow, tell the family I miss them terribly, and I hope to see you and Pa soon. Your son, Alistair Hoon.
That is very respectable. Poor kid. Nice. We'll take that.
I miss my brother Alistair. When's he coming home? Dee Dee's always nice to me. Tabby's always mean.
I asked my mother if she'd let me have Dee Dee's corpse. She said no. People make funny noises when they die. Ever notice? I notice.
I'm gonna go.
You should take videos of the people you kill. I'd watch them.
Yeah, you're gonna murder this whole family. Alright, let's check the perimeter. I'm sure we've got at least a couple of loot containers out here. Oh, look at that. Nothing on the right side, but we've definitely got something out back. Huh, look at that. I somehow completely missed that we had this path leading right up to the raised area. We could have parked our snipers up there. Oh well. Still worked out just fine. Low tier shoddy, but we can use those repair kits. Peak shields his family from incoming fire. Poke uses his family as cover. Oh, you too. Stag. Inaccessible, though. He took everything, so I chose nothing. Huh. Wonder if we can ask the Hoons about that. It's a very strange epithet. Yep, and that would explain why the Dorseys were only out front. Looks like a dead end. We can't get any closer to the water tower. So, I guess we're going out the back. Ooh, two-headed goat. Named two-headed goat. That certainly seems to imply it's a unique animal companion. But we should probably ask permission before we just take it.
What can we do for you, friends?
There's a grave near here that says, "He took everything, so I chose nothing." Who's buried in it?
Sad story behind that grave, Rangers. About 40 years ago, when my folks were still living, a beautiful lady came up this way from the big city. Stayed with us for a night before heading out on her own. We warned her not to go by herself on account of all the nasty critters, but she wouldn't listen. My pappy and me were worried, so we followed her. Found her up in that clearing. She'd hanged herself from a tree. She left a note tied to her body. He took everything, so I chose nothing. She never told us her name, so we carved that on her grave. Buried her up there with a few personal things she had on her. Not long after that, some official-looking folks from the city came around asking about the lady. We told them what happened and showed them her grave. Didn't look too pleased, but they thanked us and never came back.
That is intriguing. Oh, hey, we fixed your toaster.
Hear that, Angus? The toaster was fixable.
I knew that. Just didn't feel like eating toast. But thanks, strangers. Appreciate it.
I like the granular level of reactivity these guys have.
Best of luck and stay alive.
Nothing about the goats, though, so we'll just help ourselves. Got a fox out back, too, but once again, inaccessible. Ah, right. Let's hit the pause button real quick whilst I juggle our companions. I think we'll trade our slightly used dog for their two-headed goat. Seems fair. Peering into the greenhouse, you can see rows of beets and cabbage, along with some fat, potted mushrooms. Gross. Aha. Secret bunker. Proceed with caution. Rhett, would you, like to join us? Alarm. Hey, nice. Hi there.
Okay, please.
Right, sorry.
Okay, please.
Sorry again. You know what? Let's go ahead and bump Doll's lockpicking again. Oh, right. We can bump charisma on the hirelings, too. I will admit I might be overdoing this, but I'm committed at this point. Okay, lockpicking 6. I just hate leaving that bonus XP on the table. A moldering corpse. Delightful. Melee mod. Might find a use for it. Now that is interesting. Doll? Sure, why not? The old terminal displays a list of executable files in dimly glowing orange text. Read me, if you say so. It feels like I could approach this problem in a million ways and never find a working solution. Even setting aside constant distractions from desperate cannibalism and pure idiocy, the possibility of escape seems hopeless. Trying to backwards engineer the security system is like trying to know the mind of God. It's impossible to truly understand why they would do something so fucked up. Hello. A single line appears on the terminal screen. Fuck you, world. Classy. Set Dio. Dio? A small lamp turns on near the monitor. A wire connects it to the computer through a hole crudely cut into the side of the chassis. The light turns off as the program ends after a 3-second wait. So, diode, then. Release creep. You hear a whirring sound behind you, followed by a sharp clank, not unlike a door bumping against a bolted lock. Unlock bunker. Hundreds of lines of text scroll past. The code, laden with electrical engineering wizardry and profane commentary, apparently remains unfinished. Curiouser and curiouser. Okay, well, let's try the obvious. No, I guess that was just for the door, but we already picked it. Button. Nope, not that either. I do notice that the button doesn't light up when I hold the tab button, so we might have other hidden objects around here somewhere. Alright, well, let's check out this last room. This corpse has been here for a long time. It's wearing the remains of a "Don't Tread on Me" t-shirt. Survivalist's Diary. This isn't so much a book as it is a series of brown-leafed notes, stitched together by rusted paper clips. January 19th. One thing Sean didn't tell us about bunkers. They smell. The stink of piss, shit, and unwashed human ain't got nowhere to go. Fucking reeks. Better than radiation burns, I guess. Better than nuclear winter. February 15th. Fucking hell. The door is fucking locked. Fuck. I got itchy and thought I'd take a look outside. Door's got no latch. There ain't even a handle. Sean's got some explaining to do. February 16th. It's a time lock. Thank fucking Christ. Sean said he set it for 5 years, so the fools who hadn't prepped like we did couldn't get in. I did 5 years in state pen. I can do 5 in here. Long as the rations hold out. Which they should. We were all supposed to bring enough for 7. Might even have some left over for trade when we get out. Wonder what it'll be like out there. Maybe we'll be able to trade butter for favors. March 25th. Can you fucking believe it? Paul brought guns instead of food, and fucking security robots. We're all going to fucking starve in here because that dickwad wanted to be some kind of wasteland warrior and thought the rest of us would feed him. Fuck, I'm gonna steal one of his guns and kill him. At least that way we'll have one less mouth to feed. March 26th. So, the others didn't like me killing Paul. Didn't like me eating him either, which is bullshit. I mean, are we survivalists or not? Ha ha, big joke, we're not. We're all gonna die here. It went down like this. Sean held a vote and him and Susan and Blake voted me out of the bunker. So we went looking for an override switch to the lock. Turns out there isn't one. Also, turns out he made a mistake when he set the time lock. He didn't set it for 5 years. He set it for 50. Fucking losers. I hope they like being fried with marinated garlic. Lovely. Though, based on what we've seen so far, I'm going to assume that didn't go quite as the cannibal expected it to. Yeah, I guess that would explain the release creep command. Sean must have gotten wise to his plans. HE fuse linkage. Converts to explosive damage. Applies high explosive microfuses to standard ammunition. 15% chance to apply damaged armor. Minus 10% range damage. Wow, that is actually pretty fantastic. Especially if we give it to Doll. She'd lose 10% damage, but she would also be able to add her explosive bonus from the explosive skill. We'll want to hold on to it until we find a really solid sniper rifle, though. That's a Tier 8 mod, so let's hold out for a minimum Tier 8 weapon. We don't want to waste it. Wait, but that implies this door closes from the inside. Ah, but the door to the bunk room was sealed because the generator was broken. Sounds like Sean and the survivalists had a game of cat and mouse going. I wonder what this other switch was supposed to do. Plus, we've got this big empty space right in the middle, with windows looking into it. Another pulse gun. Oh, plus more Merc leggings. We will immediately slap those on bonkers. Actually, no, we'll give it to Bonkers. He needs that bonus to evasion to help offset the penalties from being a clown. I do feel like we're missing something, though. You know what? I didn't even realize it, but that is clearly a pile of bones. With the cowboy hat and ammo boxes. I guess that's supposed to be Dave. It's cute. Come to think of it, we don't really see any signs of the other 3 occupants of the bunker, do we? Sean and Blake and Mandy? The implication was that they never found their way out of the bunker. Might just be an oversight. Might be a clue. Alright, well, let's go have one more chat with the Hoons, and I think we're at a pretty good stopping point. I do want to come back and poke at this bunker, though.
Oh, look. Billy and Jean have taken a shine to you.
Oh, hey, they do have reactive dialogue. Props.
That's a first. Watch your fingers, Rangers.
That was an unexpected surprise. Oh, right. Let's ask about the bunker.
What can we do for you, friends?
Hey, we found an old bunker behind your house. Know anything about it?
Only that it's full of alarms and sleeping bots. Angus and I peeked in there a few times, but we knew better than to wake 'em up.
Back before the bombs fell, a whole lot of folks built hidey holes around here. Some of them were awful fancy, too. The families in charge of Colorado Springs are all descended from folks like that. Ornery, independent thinking types.
You know what? That actually might explain a bit. Though I was hoping for something a little more substantial.
Best of luck and stay alive.
You too, Abby. Mangus? Alright, folks. I think we've done some good work here. We killed Erastus and a whole bushel of other folks. We saved the Hoons and picked up a new mascot. And we found some sweet loot, not to mention gained a few level ups. We do have some unanswered questions, most notably the mystery of that grave. Not to mention that bunker out back. I really do feel like we're missing something there. Anyway, we'll hit the pause button for now, but we will pick up here next time as we check up on whatever's left of Arapaho 44. Though I am going to take another look at that bunker between episodes. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Wasteland 3, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official YouTube and Twitch channels, the official social media feeds, or the official store pages. As always, links are in the description.